off we go. And we somehow want to link this example of ours to the session of Marx and the discussions we had. It was said that SF helps other models of fields to become better. I very much like the idea. And also what we are doing, we are here implementing some of the evidence-based studies of old age. Person-centeredness is the most important thing there, into practice with using SF approach and tools.
Yeah, 2 years ago, our colleague, who is expert in scientific study of old age, different aspects of aging, asked us to co-create a training program with her for professionals working in the area of home care and nursing home. I mean, for those professionals working with old people. And she had heard us talking about solution-focused work and thought there might be something there linking her ideas or her studies and studies of old age with SF.
Yes. I don't know if you have this problem in your countries, but in Finland this is a very hot topic at the moment, how to treat old persons and how to make the care better. There's this ongoing debates on lacking of resources and how to make it all better. And we work in the field of continuing education, so it's actually one of our aims to link research into practice, and that's what we are talking about now. We just want to mention that we are now professionals of old age, but our colleague is, and that is a trial to make use of this collaboration. So to start with, we'd like you to think, how would you like to be treated or cared when old if you needed somebody else's help? I guess you don't need too many seconds to think about it. It's evident. You want you to be you, your normal you, as a normal adult as you are now. You'd like your autonomy to be taken into consideration. But unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. Experts think that they know better, or services make them think that they have to offer certain services, and somehow the person might be lost in that. And
far too often, it seems that the focus is on quality of care instead of quality of good life. Of course, there is a good intention of improving quality of life through quality of care, but somehow the systems overruns the needs of individuals.
And what we saw is that professionals need to relearn, not knowing what we know, but how somehow forget the expertise and get the insights of themselves better.
And as Leena told, there is new research of old age, and they outlines very much the concept of person-centeredness, which is, of course, as we all know, a core of SF.
Every case is different, every person is different, we know it.
And change starts to happen when we see things differently. What kind of rules we have? Who is allowed to go to the kitchen? Is kitchen open for everyone? Can I have a cup of tea? Can I make a cup of tea whenever I want? Can I ask my friends come to the kitchen? I mean, we all know that kitchen is the heart of the home. So how does it look like?
This is the training program we created, a model somehow. Evidence-based best practices say that when meeting needs, it decreases challenging behavior and improve the self-rated quality of life. That's obvious. And then what we did, we combined our very well-known SF tools, SF questions, coaching skills, participatory methods, which these participants took into use. We had managers and leaders, head of teams, and they participated quite a long process actually, 5 two-day workshops, and in between the workshops they did many experiments. We nudged them a little bit to do things differently. Sometimes what people need is the license to act differently. So they realized that, okay, there are many ways to participate my team, to make things happen, to plan together, and how to also treat those persons and their relatives. All this happened little by little. And also they exchanged experiences and ideas in peer groups between the workshops. So it was a long process with multifaceted things happening, many things happening. And in addition to SF, we also included some things about positive psychology, which we found useful. We were talking about how to enhance positive emotions and why it matters, why is it important, and how to make it. And mindset was one of the topics we found, and the participants found very useful. How to recognize the mindset and how to change it, and how the mindset affects our ways of acting. It's very important to talk about these things. And nowadays we have no training without mindfulness. It's one of our favorites, and self-compassion. And also this time the participants found these topics very precious, to find calmness, to get relaxed, to be more in contact with themselves and the others. So it's really improved the interaction. Did I forget something?
You can have a next slide.
All right. It's actually the last one already.
Yeah, and here are some insights of participants. Words matter. It makes a big difference. Do I go to work or do I go to an old person's home? Am I visiting home or going to work? Someone told.
Someone said I learned to coach even myself. When in a difficult situation, I ask myself some questions and it keeps me going. We found that very nice.
Mindfulness and self-compassion helps to create caring connections. I think that's one of the most important things.
Yeah. So these insights very delighted.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.